Something is already on its way to Earth, and most people have no idea it exists. Right now, while you are watching this, thousands of objects are moving through space near our planet. Some of them are small enough to burn up in the atmosphere, some are large enough to destroy entire cities, and some we have not even discovered yet. Which means one simple thing: something could already be on a collision course with Earth, and we might not see it in time. But this is not even the most disturbing part. Every single second, Earth is moving through space at more than 100,000 kilometers per hour. We do not feel it. We do not notice it. It feels completely still. But in reality, we are traveling through a massive cosmic battlefield. A field filled with rocks, debris, and ancient fragments left over from the formation of the solar system. Millions of objects cross Earth's orbit every year. Most of them are harmless, some of them are not, and a few are still completely unknown. And this creates one disturbing question. What if something dangerous is already heading toward us, and we simply have not detected it yet? Imagine waking up one morning, like any normal day. You check your phone, everything looks normal. But then you see the same headline everywhere. A potentially hazardous object has been detected on a possible Earth impact trajectory. At first, it feels like a mistake, something you scroll past, something you ignore. Then NASA confirms it. Then ESA confirms it. And suddenly, it is no longer a rumor. Governments begin emergency meetings. Scientists start running simulations non-stop. And the world slowly realizes something is wrong. Within hours, everything changes. Markets react instantly. News spreads everywhere. Social media becomes chaos. And one question takes over everything. Can we stop it? This is not imagination. This is something scientists actively simulate. Because it is not a question of if, it is a question of when. The only unknown is the timeline. It could be centuries away, or it could be much closer than we think. And the scariest part is this: we are not tracking everything, not even close. Space is too large. Our detection systems are limited, and there are blind spots we still cannot see. Some objects only become visible when they are already dangerously close. By then, it may be too late. A few years ago, humanity tried something for the first time in history: a real planetary defense test. A spacecraft was intentionally sent to collide with an asteroid. It was not an accident. It was planned. The goal was simple: to see if we could change the path of something in space. And it worked. The asteroid's orbit changed, even if only slightly. But it proved something extremely important. We are not completely powerless anymore. But there is a catch. This only works if we detect the threat early enough. If we do not, there may be nothing we can do. And that leads to a much bigger question, because asteroids are only the beginning. For centuries, humans have looked at the night sky and asked the same question: are we alone in the universe? When you look at the numbers, it becomes almost impossible to ignore. Our galaxy contains over 100 billion stars, and there are billions of galaxies, which means the number of planets in the universe is beyond imagination. Trillions upon trillions of worlds. And many of those worlds are in the right conditions for life. Not too hot, not too cold, with liquid water, and stable environments. So, logically, life should not be rare, it should be everywhere. But here's the problem. We have seen nothing. No signals, no visitors, no clear evidence. And that raises a disturbing question. If life is common, where is everyone? In the last few decades, we made one of the most important discoveries in astronomy: exoplanets, planets outside our solar system. We have now found thousands of them. Some are lava worlds, some are frozen giants, some orbit two suns, and some look surprisingly similar to Earth. These planets exist in what scientists call the habitable zone, the perfect distance from a star for liquid water to exist. And where there is water, life becomes possible. Scientists can now analyze the atmospheres of distant planets by studying the light that passes through them. They look for oxygen, methane, carbon-based molecules, signs that something is actively changing the atmosphere. Because on Earth, those signals usually mean one thing: life. And if we ever confirm even microbial life somewhere else, it would change science forever. But it would also raise an even darker question. If life exists elsewhere, why is the universe still silent? This is known as the Fermi Paradox, and there is still no answer. Some possibilities are simple. Life might be extremely rare, civilizations might destroy themselves, or space might simply be too vast. Or something else might be happening, something we do not understand yet. And the truth is, we are still searching in the dark. But even this is not the most immediate threat to humanity. The sun looks calm, stable, predictable, but in reality, it is anything but calm. The sun is a massive nuclear reactor, a constant explosion of energy held together by gravity, and sometimes it becomes unstable. It releases huge bursts of radiation into space, solar storms. Most of the time, Earth is safe, but not always. If a strong solar storm hits us directly, the effects would be immediate. Satellites could fail, GPS systems could stop working, communication networks could collapse, power grids could be damaged. Now imagine something simple. You wake up in the morning and nothing works. No internet, no navigation, no banking systems, no communication. Not for minutes, not for hours, but potentially for weeks or longer. And the most disturbing part is this: it would not feel like destruction at first. It would feel like confusion, then panic, then breakdown. Because modern civilization is built on systems we do not see and rarely think about. And all of those systems depend on one thing: the sun. But even this is not the final threat, because the real question is not what can destroy Earth, it is how long Earth can support us. Right now, humanity is slowly moving toward a new idea. We cannot stay on one planet forever. Mars is the first step, a cold, dry, and hostile world, but still the most Earth-like planet we know. Scientists are already planning future habitats, domes, underground bases, permanent settlements. What once sounded like science fiction is becoming a real plan. History shows a clear pattern. What seems impossible eventually becomes normal. Flight, space travel, the internet, artificial intelligence. All of these were once impossible ideas. The question is not whether we will go to Mars. The question is when. And what comes after that? Because Mars is not the end goal. It is only the beginning. If humanity survives long enough, we may try to leave the solar system. The nearest star is more than 4 light years away. That sounds close, but with current technology, it would take thousands of years to reach. Which means we would need breakthroughs we do not yet have. New propulsion systems, new energy sources, maybe even new physics. And here's the important part. Every major breakthrough in history started as something impossible, until it wasn't. Which means the future is not limited by what we know, but by what we have not discovered yet. We often think we live in ordinary times, but we do not. We live in a transition point. For the first time in history, humanity can search for life beyond Earth, defend itself from cosmic threats, and seriously plan to leave its home planet. Future civilizations may look back at this moment as the beginning of everything, because this is the moment humanity stopped looking at the stars as something distant and started seeing them as a destination. And somewhere out there, another civilization might be doing the same thing, looking at their sky, asking the same questions, searching for someone like us. And maybe one day, those two stories will finally meet.